All right, so we're starting with the ball laying on the back. So go ahead and lay down, and then you can place the ball just underneath your pelvis. So find a good position, exactly underneath your sacrum. Both feet are hip distance apart, so not too wide. And maybe bring them for a second together, so you feel your big toes together and the heels together, and then just open like in a V. Open the toes to the side, and then exactly the same move, open the heels, and then you should be perfectly parallel with your feet. Arms on your pelvis, the hands on your pelvis. And when you have found your center, just close your eyes for a moment and take 3 deep breaths. Inhale through your nose. And deep, long exhale through your relaxed mouth. Again, deep breath in through your nose. And deep, long, relaxed breath out through your mouth. Try to breathe into your belly, ribs, and upper chest. Start breathing into your belly, ribs, upper chest, fill the whole body with air. And then the same way melt down. So first the chest, then the ribs, and then the belly. One last time, in the belly, chest, upper rib cage, and relax everything as you breathe out. You can keep your eyes closed or you can open them, it's up to you. And we start moving forward and backward on the ball. As you exhale, imagine you push the ball a little bit forward, so you roll the pelvis towards you. And inhale, release. Start very small and connect with the breath. Exhale to tilt your pelvis towards you. Inhale to just release. Not arching, not forcing anything. 2 more times. Especially if you have any lower back pain or any tension in your spine, it's good to start slowly. And now we do a movement a little bit bigger. Try to tilt your pelvis as much as you can, so around the lower back. You want to send the sitting bones up towards the ceiling, and as you inhale, round, so you arch the back, send the sitting bones down, so really arch. And exhale, exaggerate the movement if you want, take your arms by your sides, or if you want to feel more your pelvis, keep the hands on your pelvis. And do a big, big movement in your pelvis. Do it a few more times, really arching the back as you inhale and exhale, rounding. Imagine your lower back gets longer. One last repetition in that direction, and then find the middle between those 2 extreme movements. So you're not arching and you're not rounding, somewhere in between, it should be a parallel. And from here, keep the feet stable and the knees stable. And we move the pelvis side to side. So drop one side of the pelvis down, come back to center and over to the other side. The spine is as neutral as possible, and we have a nice twist in the spine and in the pelvis. When you keep the knees and the feet in the right direction, in the same position, then you move really from the hip joints. Yes, very good. And now we make a full circle. So you start tilting the pelvis towards you, go over to one side with the pelvis and circle around the ball. Yes. Good. Repeat 2 more times in the same direction. And then you can reverse Circle the other way around. Try to keep the knees stable in the same position. And just moving the hip joints, the lower back, the whole iliosacral joint. Just one more time, and then find your neutral position and hold it. Let your ribs get heavy, arms by your sides on the floor now. And we'll lift one knee up in the tabletop position. Inhale, exhale, lift the other one next to it and just balance. Again, check that your ribs are not too high. Let the ribs go down, melt your chest. And without changing anything in the spine, we tap the floor with bent leg and lift again. Inhale. Exhale the other one. Inhale, lift. Keep switching one leg at a time. And we hold the stability. Good. Cat, you can bring your knees slightly forward, just a little bit, and lift the feet a little bit higher. And Areti as well, just a little bit more forward with the knees. A little bit forward. Both knees. Yes, there. Good. And connect with your breath. Ribs in, belly in. One more time on each side. And then we lower both legs, but just halfway. Squeeze the legs together. Feet together, knees together. Point your feet. And lower only so far that you can stabilize. Maybe you can go all the way down, but watch out that you don't change anything in the lower back. And lift again. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly opening from your hip joints. Not from the spine and not from the knees. Maybe just go halfway. Maybe all the way. See what your core can hold. Good. The neck is relaxed, chin slightly to the chest. Perfect. You're doing very good. And one more time, and then we change a little bit something from the position of the legs. Keep the feet together and open your knees. Yes, and then from this position, you lower the legs again down, forward. So you're like in a frog position. Exactly. That's good. Beautiful. One last time, and then we switch again. Now we have outer rotation of the legs. Let's switch to inner rotation. So knees together, feet apart. Yeah, it's a very funny position. And we try to open the feet as much as we can and lower the legs like this. Again, hold the knees in the same angle. They're frozen. Very good. We're making space around the hip joints and the pelvic area. Don't forget to breathe. Exhale to lower down, inhale to lift. And we have two more. Lowering the legs as far as you can hold the neutral. And last one. And then just hug your knees to your chest. Let the knees drop down to your chest, relax your feet, and take your 2 deep breaths, feeling the length on your lower back. Okay. We're still up with the pelvis here on the ball. So if you need to, adjust. And then we lift only the right leg and stretch it up to the sky and bend. Stretch and bend. See that nothing else is changing. We have enough stability from the left leg. Your pelvis is square, ribs are in. And now we stretch the leg as much as you can. If you don't have the flexibility, you can keep it slightly bent, but try to stretch it. If you have enough flexibility, even flex the foot. And we open that right leg to the right side, only so far that we can keep the pelvis completely stable, and lift up again. Inhale. So you exhale to open to the side. Notice that the left leg stays completely stable in the same position. Inhale, center. If this is too hard, of course you can do it with bent leg. But we try to challenge ourselves. And see that you don't move on the ball side to side. So you push the left side of the pelvis down into the ball as you open the right leg. One more time. And keep that leg up. You can open your arms a little bit wider for stability if you need to. And now we lift the left knee over the pelvis again. And try to do the same here without the support of the left leg. Open the right to the side as far as you can and come back. Ideally, you have both knees in one line. And if you want even more challenge, try to lift your arms up. But watch out, don't open too far. Open slowly and maybe not all the way to the side, that right leg. Test your balance. Or you can just lift the hands just over the ground, so if you notice that you lose the balance, you can catch yourself. If you want, try the version with lifted arms. If it's not working, just lower them down. Okay, one last time. And then hug your knees to your chest again. Both knees in, relax for a moment. Perfect. We do exactly the same on the other side, so you can lower now the right foot down on the floor. And left leg up, and we stretch and bend it a few times. So we stretch it up and bend and relax completely. Just to warm up, if you need to move the foot or the toes 2-3 times. And when you're ready, you stretch that leg as much as you can, holding the neutral. So I would advise to slightly bend it, but keep the spine in the nice neutral arch. So if you feel that you're pushing down the lower back too much, bend slightly the leg. And then we open to the side as far as we can without losing the stability of the pelvis. And inhale back to center. Exhale to the side. Inhale, center. Good. So here the main goal is to keep the pelvis stable, so it's not rocking side to side. All right. One last time like this. And then keep that legs up and lift the other knee in the air as well. So both knees more or less in the same line. And same leg is opening to the side, so your left leg opens to the side and back. Right knee stays exactly over the right side of the pelvis. And both of you can lower just a little bit the foot down. Your right foot, yeah, good. Exactly. Okay, and if you want some challenge, bring the knees together and lift your arms up and try the same thing. Slowly, slowly. Don't worry, even if you lose the balance, you already activate the deep core muscles. Just go super slowly, slow motion, and open, even if it's only 5 centimeters. But if it's already challenging with the arms down, keep going with that version. So there's variations for everybody. We do only 2 more. Opening the leg to the side, and in, and last one, and back in, and hug your knees to chest one last time, and then lower the feet down, and then we lift the pelvis and roll the ball a little bit higher, so it's underneath the lower back, and very gently lower the pelvis down. So we arch the lower back, and here you can take 2 deep breaths. Align your feet so the feet show again straight forward. We hold the ball there and we start rolling like in a bridge, but you try to push into the ball as you lift the pelvis only so far that you build one straight line. And then let the sitting bones drop down so you really arch the back here. If you want more to intensify this move, so you really stretch the lower back, you can lift the ball, you can lift the pelvis and roll the ball even a little bit higher, so it's where the ribs start and still on the lower back. So you can let go of the pelvis completely and arch as much as you can or as much as it feels nice. And from here you start tilting pubic bone to belly button and roll up until you build this beautiful straight line, and then inhale, slowly release. So it's a little bit different than the usual bridge that we do. And here we are supported by the ball. Yes. So Birgit, you can start with the ball underneath your sacrum and just rock forward and backward and side to side to warm up a little bit. Don't start directly with that, what we're doing. Yes. Katya and Areti, this doesn't hurt your back, right? It's good? Okay, perfect. This is a very beautiful exercise to release all the tension around that area. So Kati, perfect. Good. Okay, we do just one more time. And then you can let your pelvis again sink really down. Stay here for 1 second. Arms by your sides and open both knees to the sides. Inhale and exhale, bring the knees together. Inhale, open the knees. And exhale, close. One last time. Inhale to open. We're completely stretching the pelvic floor here and all the sacrum area. And exhale, close. Push with both feet and with the arms a little bit. Exhale, lift your pelvis and take the ball out. We stay in the bridge. Arms by your side. Inhale, and as you exhale, roll one vertebra at a time, starting from the upper back, going to the middle, lower, and then completely release. Stay here for a second and just feel how your pelvis feels and your lower back, everything. Okay. To take our ball and place it between the upper thighs, so a little bit higher than the knees, and squeeze it already a little bit. Take your hands behind the head, interlace the fingers, elbows slightly lifted, we inhale. As you exhale, squeeze the ball first, and then lift head, neck and chest up into your chest lift position, looking towards your knees. Inhale, roll your chest down, and release the tension between your legs. So let go, don't squeeze. Exhale, we squeeze the ball, pull the belly in, and we roll up, chest lift. Stay here. Inhale, stretch your arms forward. Exhale, squeeze the ball a little bit more and roll a little bit higher, just one vertebra. Hands behind the head, we're still up here, and then we roll all the way down and release completely the tension. Again, squeeze the ball. belly button to spine, chest lift. Inhale to stretch the arms forward, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, squeeze the ball a little bit more and lift higher. Good. We stay there, hands behind the head. And roll down and release. 3 more repetitions. Squeezing the ball, chest lift. So imagine your ribs are sliding down, arms forward in a beautiful arch. Exhale, roll a little bit higher. Roll a little bit higher. And then hold the hands behind the head. Stay up, stay up, stay up. And then roll down. So at the very end of this exercise, where you have maximum height, you should feel the core burning, working. So you should lift really as high as you can. Okay, 2 more. Exhale, squeeze the ball. Lift, chest lift. Good. Arms up. Exhale, roll as high as you can, just the upper chest. And then hold it there. And while you move the arms, you should feel this core working. And then roll down. Very good. One last time. Inhale. Exhale. We activate the inner thighs, the pelvic floor, rolling up. Stretching the arms. Relax neck, relax shoulders. Roll a little bit higher. Imagine somebody pulls your fingertips forward. Hold it there, hands behind the head. And we stay here. Inhale. As you exhale, roll 1 vertebra higher. Inhale, 1 vertebra lower. Exhale, 1 vertebra higher. 1 vertebra lower. So it's very small micro movement, but very effective. Don't forget to squeeze your ball. Exhale, a little bit higher, a little bit lower. A little bit higher, a little bit lower. The belly is as flat as we can hold. And we have 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. We're still up. Lift the knees in the tabletop position. Hands underneath your knees. Elbows to the sides. Assisted roll up. Squeeze the ball together and roll yourself all the way up. Lower the feet down and stretch your back. Okay. We take the ball out. And if you need to adjust a little bit the position of your body, feet are still hip distance apart. See if you need them a little bit closer or a little bit further. So you can really stretch the spine. We take the arms forward with the ball. Inhale, lift the arms with the ball. Exhale, lower the arms, round the lower back, and we just go halfway down. Inhale to hold. Exhale, we bring the ball over to one side. Lower it down as if you want to touch the floor with the ball, but maybe you don't. Lift to center, to the other side. Lift, and then we roll all the way up. Stretch the spine completely and lift your arms. Inhale. Let's combine all those movements in one flowing sequence. Arms down, rolling the back halfway down. Watch out for your head. It stays over your shoulders. One side, maybe this time left side. Lower the ball down. Up to center, to the other side. Center, and all the way up. And stretch. Now everybody in your own pace. Try to be as accurate as possible. There's always weight on both sides of the pelvis. And your core is engaged. We have this beautiful C shape when we roll down. Keep moving. Shoulders always relaxed. Good. And stretching. Good. Birgit shoulders down. And you can bring Birgit your feet a little bit closer together. Just the feet. A little bit. Not so much. Just a little bit. Yeah, there. Good. And ready for you, Try to really round the lower back. I know it's tight, there's still the air, but try to round the lower back as much as you can and shoulders down. Oh, Kathy corrected the shoulders. I was just going to say something. It looks good. And it's going up. Perfect. One last time, everybody. You're doing a great job. You're rolling down. One side. Center to the other side. Center. Going up. Stretching the arms, stretching the spine. And release. You can turn around long side on your mat and cross your legs in a comfortable position. Stretch the whole back, shoulders down, and we build a circle with the arms just holding the bowl. So right now the bowl is exactly in front of the chest, in front of the breastbone. It's gonna stay like this. So we twist from the rib cage, twist your whole spine, and check if the bow is still in front of the chest or did it go in front of the shoulder. Try to keep it in front of the chest. Come back to center and twist to the other side. Inhale up and center, exhale side. Twist, center and twist. So you have like this power circle around the arms, but we are just holding softly the bowl so we can keep the shoulders relaxed. One more time to each side. And watch out, is your weight shifting over to one side of the pelvis and the other, or do you have it on both sides? We want to be as centered as possible in our central axis. Beautiful. One last time. Come back to center and release. We keep the feet like they are for the moment. Take the ball in front of you and we roll it forward and stretch your spine. Lower the head down. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, send your sitting bones down and roll up vertebra by vertebra, stretching the whole back, opening the shoulders. 2 more times with the same leg, it doesn't matter which leg is on top. Exhale, chin side to the chest, and you roll your ball forward. Go as far forward as you can, or as it feels nice. You don't have to go to the maximum. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, initiate from your pelvic floor, from your lower back, and re-stack the whole spine, opening the shoulders. One last time. Roll forward. Ball. Good. Keep the shoulders as far away from the ears as possible. Find length in the spine, and then roll all the way up to sitting. Stretch the spine, open the shoulders, and we don't use the hands. We switch the legs so that the other leg is on top. And we do exactly the same thing for 3 or 4 repetitions to feel the stretch on a different hip here. Chin to the chest, and we roll again forward. This is going to feel maybe a little bit more difficult than the previous one, because we automatically choose to cross the legs in the most easy and flexible position that we can find in the body. And then you can just repeat a few times. If it feels much different than the other side, maybe do 2-3 more repetitions, so we can try to balance out both sides of the body. And keep rolling forward and back with your ball. Or if you feel like, you can just stay in the end position and just breathe here. Notice your rib cage. Are you twisting? Is something happening? And then rolling back up. One last time. Roll forward. Hold it, inhale. And exhale all the way back. Stretch the spine. Good. Now we keep both knees to the left side and both feet to the right. So I'm doing mirroring you. Try to bring both knees in one line. And notice how you're sitting here. Don't worry if it's not very straight, we're going to work on it a little bit. Take your ball on your left side, so away from the feet. Hand on the ball and the other arm just straight to the side. Stretch the spine as much as you can here. Inhale. As you exhale, push into the ball and roll on your left hip. So the whole weight is on your left hip here. Inhale and exhale, come back and try to reach with that arm as far to the side as you can. At the same time, the ribs go there. Ah, that's a little bit hard. Good. And then again, we roll the ball. And back. You can exhale to come back. Inhale, we roll away. And exhale, come back. We add something. So we roll the ball away and stretch that back leg. Try to lift it, lower it, bend, and come back. We add something here as well. Take your ball and without changing the right arm, just bring the ball towards the right hand. Both shoulders down. Good. We open again. Hand down. We roll the ball to the side. Lift that leg. Come back. Try to find your center as far as you can. Lifting the ball, both arms in one line. Towards that right hand. Yes, so we feel the stretch between the shoulders and on the rib cage, right? And one last time. Hand down. Roll the ball. Stretch the leg. Attention, we stay here. We twist towards the ball and lower your right elbow. So you can go off the ball. Take both elbows down. Leave the ball there. And your arms are like in a triangle shape. And from here, activate the right leg, the back leg. Inhale. Pull the belly in. As you exhale, we try to lift that leg up and down. And lift it up and down. Push yourself away from the floor so that there is space between the shoulder blades. And we're looking down to the hands. The neck is long. So the back of the neck is lifting. Yes. One last time. And we stay on the left elbow. Take your right hand behind the head. Push yourself away from the floor. We lift the right leg up. Bring it forward as far up as you can. Tap the floor. And bring it all the way back behind you. Twist the upper body as you tap the floor behind you. And switch. So we are bringing the leg forward and opening the chest. And closing the chest and bringing the leg back. With a stable left shoulder. Yes. There is connection between your head and your right hand, which is on the head. So push the head into that hand. One last time. Tap in front of you. And we keep the leg behind us in the end position. And just lower both hands down and stay here and take 2 deep breaths. Try to reach the foot across, so behind you as far as you can. And just breathe here. 1 or 2 deep breaths. And then use both hands. Push yourself up here. Hands shoulder distance apart. Bring the leg back on the mat. And try to bring the pelvis towards your, what is this, left leg. And lift the chest here. Take a deep breath. And exhale. Okay, bend the back leg. Take your ball come back to center and try to sit. And maybe, magic, you're sitting. I think you sit so much straighter. Not perfectly, but it looks better like the beginning. Alright, we do exactly the same on the other side. Swing your legs to the opposite direction. Watch out that the knees are kind of in the same line. The bow is now on your right side, in the same line as the pelvis, all the time stretching the spine. One arm is to the side, shoulders down. Inhale, exhale, we roll the bow away. And come back and try to reach with that hand to the wall as well with the ribs. Ribs and hand, reach. Okay, and then again. Roll the bow, side, and exhale up. So here's very important, use the ribs. Yes. And come back. Good job. And up. Reach, reach, reach. And stretch the spine. Yes. We need the flexibility there and all those joints. To the side and up. This was the preparation, so we add our other moves of the sequence. We roll to the side, stretching the back, the upper leg, and try to lift it a little bit. Bend, come back, reach with the left hand as far as you can, ribs as well. Lift the bow, keep the hand, the left hand at the same spot, and just bring the bow towards that hand. Yes, we have this nice stretch across the back and shoulders. Open and roll. So you can connect all the moves. Lifting directly the leg and up. So we're training shoulder muscles, arm muscles, hip muscles, stretching actively the whole body. And down. Roll the bow. Good. Shoulders away from the ears. Beautiful. Oh, we are full synchron with everybody. And twist. 2 more. You're doing a great job keeping the shoulders away from the ears and all the time stretch here. Ribs. Yes, good. Twist. And last one. Roll the bow. Lift the leg. And then we turn around here. Take the bow away. Go on your elbows. So build your triangle. Elbows are shoulder distance apart or even wider. Push yourself away from the floor. And from here we lift the back leg up and down. Try to not use the spine, but really the glutes and the hips. Good job. Push yourself, Katia, a little bit more away from the floor with the arms. Or bring the elbows a bit closer to you. Good. Just one more time. And then we take the left hand behind the head. Push with the standing arm, so you're not hanging away from the floor. We lift the upper leg, bring it forward, tap, bring it back and twist the upper body. Inhale, front, open, so you open the chest as far as you can, and exhale. Inhale. Very good. Find the connection between your hand and the head, so you can push a little bit the head into your hand. Looks good. Just don't lose the stability of your standing shoulder. One last time. tap the floor in front of you, and then bring the leg behind you, as far behind you as you can, and then lower both arms down. And try to bring the pelvis towards your right foot. And stay here and just breathe. Push yourself away from the floor to find space between the shoulder blades. Take here 2 deep breaths. And then from here, bring the leg a little bit more centered in one line with the spine. We go on the hands, both hands. Stretch the arms and lift the chest here. Take a breath in, shoulders away from the ears, open the chest. And then bend back leg, take a bow, and come back to sitting with bent knees in the Z-sit. And see how we feel here. We have released a lot of tension around the hips here right now. I don't know how you feel, but I hope much better. Okay, we stretch both legs out to both sides of the room as far as you can first. And then you can slightly bend the knees if there is too much tension. If you cannot stretch completely and you feel like the super round on the lower back, sit on a pillow or roll your mat higher. So you can sit or bend the legs. You know the options. Alright. We take the bow again in front of the pelvis. Both hands on top of each other on the bow. Shoulders down. Inhale. And now, as you exhale, imagine you're doing a first aid massage. So we push into the bowl and use this breathing. This is called staccato breathing in Pilates. And you pull the belly in. So this is our goal. So you push down and pull the belly in at the same time. Stretching the shoulders and the spine. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, push down, pull the belly in, hold, stretch the spine, and release, round the back, relax everything, relax the legs and the spine, and then stretch the spine again. You can bend the legs if you need to. We roll forward the bow like before, this time with open legs, chin to the chest. If you're familiar with the spine stretch forward, it's the same idea. So chin to the chest and the crown of the head leads the movement, and we just gently roll the bow forward. See how far you can go, and then when you find your maximum, stay there and do very small pulsing forward and backward. For just 2-3 repetitions. And then roll all the way up and stretch your back. Now we take the bow to the right leg, or doesn't matter which leg, from the inside of the leg. And we take both hands on the bow and roll the bow along the leg. And notice if your left shoulder is lifting, try to lower it down so you feel really a stretch on your back. And here again, when you find your maximum, how far you can go, do again very tiny pulsing movement, a little bit forward, a little bit back. Imagine you're elastic. You're made of elastic rubber band, and you just go a little bit forward and a little bit back. Stay in the same position, push with the right hand and take the left arm in a big circle towards the other foot, around, open the chest and take it overhead. Yes, we go the same way back. You open the arm to the ceiling, behind you, towards the other leg, over the floor and to the bow. One more time. Stay parallel to the floor, open that arm towards the other leg, and lift the chest open, and take it to the side and overhead. Yes, and the same way back. the same way how we came into this position and stretch up. Okay, so maybe we feel one side more straight and stretched and active. Let's do exactly the same on the opposite side. We roll the ball here forward on the inner side of the leg. See how far you can go. Belly in, don't forget, shoulders are down, the neck is as relaxed as possible. When you find your position, lower first the right shoulder down, and then we go in our pulsing motion a little bit forward and a little bit back. Yes, just a few times. Very good. Okay, one last time. And then we hold the left hand on the ball, push a little bit, and open the right arm across to the other leg behind you. Start stretching the spine. Make a big, big, big circle and go overhead here, side bending. And then the same way coming back. Open the arm, go towards the other foot, and both hands together. If you want, you can use even a swing. You go all the way around, like building a spiral and ending up in this nice side stretch. And all the way open to the leg and to the ball. One last time. Open, swing if you like, or do it controlled. Whatever feels nice. Stretch sideways. Open and come back the same way. Both hands on the ball. And then we roll the ball back to the center of the body, stretching the spine. And find your length. Whew, this was very intense stretch across the whole spine and hips. So gently, slowly bring your legs together, slowly, slowly. Even if it feels like I can bring them at once, do it slowly, because sometimes you overestimate the mobility, and if you are stretching for a long time, it's better to go slowly. Okay, shake the legs, then bring one knee in, doesn't matter which one. Hug it to the chest and stretch the spine, and then stretch that leg out, then hug the other knee. This is a good way to realign your joints. If you have sometimes knee pain or foot joint pain, you can try to sit straight, so you can watch your joints, feet, knees and hips, and just do this movement that you slowly bring the knee in and the foot, and everything is in one line. Then you step with the foot, push with the big ball of the foot down and stretch the spine. Hold it for a moment and very mindfully stretch it straight forward. So if you do it a few times, it's realigning all the joints in this plane. So you can do the same with the other leg. Just 2 times is enough for us. Always watch that the feet don't flip, so everything is straight and square. Shoulders are open, and shake the legs again. Right, we take our ball and go on the belly. So I'm going to show you just shortly, I don't know, maybe it's gonna disturb the microphone. So we want the ball to be exactly, you know, you have this hard bone here, the breastbone, the sternum. You want it exactly there, just over the breast. And then you go on your belly. So it should be quite relaxed position with the lower ribs down. And here we push the pubic bone into the floor. Push the back of the feet into the ground. Even if your knees lift off the ground, that's okay. You want the feet to be stable and the pelvis. 3 points on the pelvis. You can just take your arms like in a triangle shape. Shoulders away from the ears. Here, really important, pull the belly in, push the pubic bone down, and as we inhale, Try to send the breath into the bowl. So it's going to be a slight extension into your chest. And as you exhale, release. Lower the head a little bit down. Inhale into your bowl. And exhale, release. It should not be felt in the lower back. If you feel it exactly where the ribs start, it's okay, or a little bit higher on the chest, but not on the lower back. If you feel anything in the lower back, please pull the belly more in and really move only the upper chest. God, it looks nice. Just one more time in this easy version. And then we go one step further. Of course, you can regress the exercise if it's too much for you. So from here, you lift the chest and lift right arm up. You can just keep it bent. So you lift the chest and lift one arm up and lower everything down. And then lift the chest and the other arm up and down. Yes. Just watch that you don't overstretch the neck. Kathy, it's more the chest, not the neck. Chin a little bit more to the chest. Yes. Good. One more time each side. And then really pull the belly in. And we lift both arms at the same time. Inhale, lift both arms up. And the chest. And lower everything down. Exhale. Inhale, arms and chest. And exhale everything down. Good. If you want last challenge, we lift chest, arms, and stretch your arms forward, like in a Superman. Shoulders away from the ears. And here just move the arms. Straight arms towards your legs. Yes. And back forward in the Superman. And again, towards your feet. You can exhale here. Inhale front. Exhale back. Shoulders away from the ears. And think of this straight line. Chin to the chest slightly. Superman. Push with the feet in onto the ground. Even if your knees lift. It's good. One last time. Open, lift the chest. And release. Lower everything down and sit back on your heels. You can stretch your arms in front of you. Take here 2-3 deep breaths. And roll yourself up. We go on to all fours. Take the ball between your upper thighs. Squeeze it a little bit. Hands exactly underneath the shoulders as always. Knees underneath the hips. Push yourself away from the ground so the shoulders are active. Tuck your toes under. Inhale. As you exhale, squeeze the ball and lift the knees off the ground. And inhale, lower. 5 times. Exhale. Pull the belly in and lift. And lower. Lift and lower. Beautiful. Everybody's doing a good job holding the right alignment of the neck. One last time and we hold it. So lift the knees off the ground, pull the belly in, we're neutral in the spine. And here we do small pulses with the legs together. Squeeze the ball for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We lift the pelvis up, inverted V position. Good. Bend the knees, inhale, and exhale, stretch. Bend, so the heels are lifting even higher, and exhale, try to stretch the legs and lower the heels down. Push yourself away from the ground with all 10 fingers. One last time, bend the knees, and stretch. We walk with the hands towards the feet. Bend the knees slightly, relax the head completely. Inhale. As you exhale, roll one vertebra at a time up. Stretch the whole spine. Take your arms parallel to the floor. Now push with the heels down, stretch completely the legs. So we still hold the bow, shoulders are down, ribs in. Here we bend the knees as far as we can without lifting the heels. So see what is your mobility in your feet joints. When you cannot go any further, start lifting the heels and then lower just the heels down and stretch the legs. Good. Again, just the knees bent as far as you can. We stay over the heels. So imagine you're sliding on a wall. Go as far down as you can. And then lift the heels, which is lifting the knees even higher. Exhale. Lower the heels down and stretch. Challenge is coming. We bend the knees. And here, very quickly, we lift the heels and lower. And all the rest of the body stays stable. So you can exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Woo! It's burning, and we do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the heels, hold it. We squeeze the bow, small pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the heels down, stretch the legs, and relax. Whew. Take your bow out, shake the legs, leave the bow on the floor, and feet hip distance apart. Take your arms to the sides, inhale, look up, and exhale, open the arms, lower them down, and at the same time, roll your spine, head, neck, middle back, lower back, pelvis, bend slightly the knees, melt down into the floor, inhale, and exhale, roll yourself slowly up, 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 stretching the whole back, opening the arms. This time we lift the heels as well. Reach up as far up as you can. And lower the heels down, arms down, melt down, roll down with the spine. One vertebra at a time. Softening the knees, arms and head completely relaxed. One last time, roll the spine up. Open the arms, lift the heels. Exhale, arms down, chin to the chest. Roll down. And you can swing a little bit side to side with the whole body. You don't even have to go all the way down. And when you're ready, roll yourself all the way up. Arms stay down. Just stretch the spine. We roll the shoulders to the back 2 times. And to the front 2 times. The head drops over to one shoulder. You can push a little bit with the other hand, gently, to intensify the stretch. Come up with the head to the other side. If you want, intensify the stretch here as well. Back to center. Just the head down, so you feel the back of the neck stretching, the spine is still long. And then inhale, lift the chest. Take your hands behind your buttocks, so a little bit lower than the lower back. Push the pelvis forward and open the chest. And release. Okay, you can shake everything. Arms and legs, whatever. If you want to twist, And whatever feels nice. I thank you very much for joining me. We have now new mobile hips. I hope you enjoyed the movement and the stretching.